on public stages to address important topics like coping with grief, suicide stigma, and the impact of genuine kindness. Living authentically and spreading positivity, she encourages others to give your brain a break and embrace vulnerability. Her message of love, purpose, and choosing kindness resonates with all who hear her speak. Melyssa is a global sales enablement specialist with IDC Custom Solutions and Executive Director of Wine and Food Consultant at Melyssa Scott, LLC. So please give a warm welcome to Melyssa Scott.
Thank you. Am I on? There we go. Now you can hear me. Hi, everybody. I'm Melyssa Scott, and what do we think of our MCs? Oh, hi. What do we think of our MCs?
Outstanding.
I love this. I love that you do that, and we do that at home too. So I just kind of stole it from you guys. I'm going to jump in real quick. We're going to start with a quick activity. First thing I want you to do, grab your cell phones. If you don't have a cell phone on you, don't worry. You can follow along. Just going to be about 30 seconds. So you're going to pull your cell phone out and you're going to navigate to your photo albums. When you're in your photo albums, I would like you to create a new album and title it with a happy face emoji. That's it. Then save it and put your phone down, and when you're done, put your hand up in the air. So I need to know that you're done. Real quick, if you can, awesome. You guys are fast. I love this. All right. I'm going to put your phone down, and then we're going to move on because I'm excited to talk to you about 3 things that are really, really, really important to me. And that's the benefits of being vulnerable, it's the benefits of being kind, and learning how to ask for help and accept it. So right now, as teenagers, you're in the stage of life when you're learning who you are and what type of leader you'd like to become. We often think of leaders as strong and self-reliant, but true leadership goes beyond that, and that's what I want to focus on today. So, you know the feelings when life is just a lot, when your school is a lot, sports is a lot, you have a part-time job, friends, all those things, and it's just like so overwhelming. Like, oh my goodness, right? It doesn't feel good. Well, 2 years ago, I had that same moment when my life was overwhelming. And I stood in my kitchen and I said, I had a moment. I said to myself, who am I? What is my purpose? And do I matter? Have you ever had those questions? And if you haven't, that's okay. But there might be a time in your life when you say, who am I? What is my purpose? And do I matter? Well, 3 weeks after I stood in my kitchen and had that moment, the absolute unthinkable happened. It was actually the worst day of my life. So, January 14th, 2022, with very little indication that anything was wrong, my husband Jeff publicly and tragically died of suicide. Jeff was a brilliant man. He received his PhD from the University of Western Ontario. Yes, I'm Canadian, you might hear the accent. He received his postdoc from Harvard Medical School. He was an adjunct professor at Brown University and a distinguished medical scientist. But living in a pandemic, working 2 jobs, creating his dream home, and trying to be the best father, husband, and friend caused his brain to literally fracture over only a few days. Jeff was never depressed or sad. In fact, he always had happy eyes. I can only imagine that he felt the intense weight of the world on his shoulders, and his brain didn't know how to ask for help, and it broke. I'm going to repeat that. His brain didn't know how to ask for help, and it broke. He kept it all inside and was never vulnerable with anyone, including myself. So the day of the funeral was one of the hardest days of my life. But it ended in the most beautiful way. A few friends of ours, they flew across the country, they surprised me, and they showed up, and they recognized that we needed to give our brains a break. They came to support myself and my 2 daughters, which They're here today. Hi, girls, in the back. We told funny stories and we laughed until our faces hurt. We listened to really loud music and we danced around our house. It was a beautiful moment. We went to sleep feeling loved, supported, and normal. It was a beautiful gift and I will always cherish it. In the 8 weeks following his passing, I tackled some of life's most challenging and stressful events. The loss of a loved one, I sold my house and I moved to a new one, and I started a new job. Stressful? You better believe it was. Now, how did I move forward? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. There are 3 things that I did that helped me move forward some of life's most stressful events. The first one is I was vulnerable. And Grant, you were speaking earlier, is that correct? I think I got your name right. When he was vulnerable and speaking and crying. I love that, by the way. The next one is I learned to ask for help and I accept it. And then choosing kindness. What I found is that embracing vulnerability, choosing kindness, and asking for and accepting help are key to maintaining your mental health and building a supportive community around you. These qualities will make you a stronger person and a more compassionate and effective leader. The first key quality I'd like to talk about is vulnerability. I didn't hide from my story. In fact, I was vulnerable with everyone that I knew. Was it easy? Not at all. It was hard. But you know what? Being vulnerable is a powerful strength. It means being honest about your feelings, your struggles, and your needs. So when you open up to others, you build deeper, more genuine connections. And these connections provide a support system that can help you navigate life's ups and downs. We all go through those. So imagine you're feeling a difficult situation, whether it's at school or at home, and you keep everything bottled up inside. It doesn't feel good, right? It can create stress, it can create anxiety. So what you want to do is you want to be vulnerable enough to share your worries with a friend, a family member, or teacher. Don't forget those teachers, they're there to help too. And you'll find that you're not alone. People care about you. And they want to help. So the second quality I want to speak about is asking for help and accepting it. It's often perceived that asking for help is a sign of weakness. But in reality, it's strength and self-awareness. Great leaders understand that they don't have all the answers and they can't handle it all on their own. Sometimes you have to ask for help. After the passing of my husband, I realized I needed help. I learned to ask for help in my life, and that was hard. Really, 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 really hard to accept help, right? Sometimes you can ask, but accepting that help, sometimes it's even harder to do, but I knew it was the right thing to do. And the best part of that is it can create a cycle of kindness that will positively affect others around you. And so that brings me to the third quality of choosing kindness. So kindness is a universal language that transcends boundaries. It builds connections. Kindness is a fundamental key of effective leadership, and it involves showing empathy, being considerate, and treating others with respect. When you lead with kindness, you create an environment where people feel valued and seen. And that feels really good when you feel valued and seen. When people see who you are. Kindness can have many benefits, including better relationships, increased self-esteem, reduced stress and anxiety, and my favorite part, kindness is contagious. When you witness someone performing a kind act, you are more likely to perform a kind act, and this cycle continues. Let me share an example. A few weeks after the funeral, I received one of my most favorite gifts, and it was from someone whom I've never met. It was 500 paper plates, cups, utensils, and napkins. It was such a simple yet powerful gift. The seemingly simple act of kindness had a profound impact on me. Even though she didn't know me in real life, she recognized my role as a mom and that I wouldn't have the energy to do the dishes. So the note that she gave me with that, I actually keep it on my bulletin board as a reminder of how powerful small acts of kindness can be. So think about a time when someone did something kind for you. How did it make you feel? Feels pretty good, right? Doesn't have to be something big, it doesn't have to be something small, like holding the door open for someone or paying for their Dunkin' Donuts while you're standing in line. Something like that can make you feel good. It can lift your spirits and brighten your day. So as you grow into a leader, choosing kindness will inspire others to do the same thing and create a ripple effect of positivity. So remember at the beginning of this when I asked you to create that photo album? This is why. Whenever you receive a compliment or positive message, whether it's long or short, whatever it is, if it makes you feel good, I want you to screenshot it and save it in that photo album. When you wonder, who am I? What is my purpose? And do I matter? I want you to go into that photo album, look at those messages that you keep for years to come, and remind yourself of how special you are. You are valued and seen, and that's where you're gonna see it. And I just got chills when I said that. That's what I want that photo album to be, a source of pride and comfort for you as you grow through your life as leaders. The path to true leadership is paved with kindness, vulnerability, and the courage to ask for and accept help. So as you move forward through life, let your actions be guided by the principles of leadership and kindness, and watch how they transform not only your life, but the lives of those around you. The last thing I'd like to leave you with is, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Much love to all. Thank you.